welcome to day 29 of home yoga. Hope everyone is doing well, and please come onto your mat and join me. So you can sit sitting back onto your heels or in a cross-legged position, and take your hands onto your thighs, close your eyes. Just start to feel your breath. Feeling the space that you're in. Maybe noticing the sounds, the temperature of the room. Just settling into a good mental state right now. Taking one more full, deep breath in through the nose. And on your exhale, slowly blow it out through your mouth. Let's do that one more time. Inhaling through the nose. And then blow it out through the mouth. Bring your chin down to your chest. Open up your eyes. Keep your gaze soft. And then come onto all fours. Spread your fingers nice and wide, and then come into a plank. From your plank, shift your weight forward by coming a little further onto your toes, and then press your hips up and back into a downward facing dog. Push the floor away from you, lift your sit bones to the ceiling, and reach your heels down to the floor. On your inhale, come forward into a plank again. And then on your exhale, push back, down dog. Inhaling plank. Moving mindfully with the breath. Exhaling, down dog. One more time, inhale plank. Then exhale, downward facing dog. This time just stay here and pedal out the backs of your legs. Shinnying and moving your hips any way you'd like to warm up your legs and your back and your hips. And then take a walk forward to the front of your mat, hanging in your forward fold for a moment. Let your head go, release your jaw. Shake your head yes, shake your head no. Shake your head yes again, shake your head no. And then just hang out here in stillness for a moment. You can keep your eyes closed. Again, sending the sit bones up to the ceiling, reaching your heels down to the floor, and just those 2 points of energy reaching in either direction is gonna give you a really nice stretch in the backs of your legs. And then let your shoulder blades just splay away from each other, ungripping the area between them. Bend your knees, press your feet into the floor. Keep relaxing your arms as you make your way up using your abdominals. Head stacks on top, shoulders come up to the ears and then drop them down your back. And then again, lifting them up and lowering them down. One more time. Inhaling up, opening the chest and lowering. On your inhale, swoop your arms up, lean back a little, squeeze your butt to protect your lower back. On your exhale, dive forward and down. Let your head go. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Press your hands down firmly, step back into a plank. From here, lifting your belly in and up, downward facing dog. Take your right leg and reach it up. Extend the entire right side of your body. So push the floor away and reach with your toe. And then on your exhale, bring your knee to your chest, round your back. Inhale, reach it back out. Exhale, rounding the back. Inhale, reach it back. Exhale, knee to chest, hold and hover. Shift your weight forward and more into your hands, and then step the foot in between your hands. From here, get ready to come up into a high lunge. So if you need to hop your back foot in a little to steady yourself, when you're ready, come up. Sit deep into your hips and think about pulling the right hip back and pushing the left hip forward. Energize your arms up towards the ceiling and drop your shoulders away from your ears. Almost feeling like the shoulder blades are like wrapping and hugging in close to your ribs. On your inhale, you're going to lean back a little bit like a spring and then come forward, bringing your knee up to your chest. Hold here. Squeeze the right buttock and press the right foot down firmly into the floor. Circle your left ankle. And then take, without putting the leg down, take the left ankle and cross it above the right knee. Take your hands into a prayer and see if you can open up the front hips and sit back into a standing figure four stretch. If you need to adjust your foot, press your hands into each other, create that tension in your upper body. Holding the stretch. Okay, without putting the foot down on the floor, stand upright. Reach the leg back as you're pushing the air back or pushing a wall back behind you. I'm just gonna hop back so you can see me. And then reach your arms forward. Hold here. Keep that tension. Push the floor away with your right leg. And then reach back with your left foot. Land in your high lunge again. Good. Again, right hip pulls back, left hip pulls forward to stabilize and center your pelvis. On your exhale, lower the hands down, frame the front foot. Press your left hand down into the floor, twist to the right. Try not to let your left foot drop out to the side, so you still want to keep that equal pressure on the right and left sides of your foot. Exhale, lower the hand down. Step back, downward facing dog. Staying here. Now take your left leg up and lift it up into the air. Stretch it really long, point the toe, feel that length through the entire left side body, and then come forward, bringing the left knee to your chest. Inhale, reach it back out. Exhale, bring it in, round your spine. Inhale, back out. Exhale, in. One more time. Inhaling, back out. Exhaling, rounding the spine, holding, shifting your weight forward into your hands, and then step the foot in between your hands here. Again, we're going to hop that back foot in if you feel like it's necessary, and then steady yourself to come up in a high lunge. Sink your hips a little bit lower. Cut your left hip back, pull your right hip forward. A little bit more weight into that front heel. And then you're slowly going to push back a little bit like you're winding up a spring and then come forward, trying not to let that right knee touch the floor. And once you're here, press the floor away with your left foot, squeeze your left buttock, make your torso feel really long and tall, and then stay that way as you circle the right ankle. And then circle the opposite way. Okay, without placing the foot down, cross your right ankle over your left upper or lower thigh, and then have your palms together and sit back into a figure 4 stretch. Keeping your chest lifted and your gaze up. Stay here. And slowly come up, taking the leg off without placing it down onto the floor. Reach the leg back like you're pushing the air away or a wall away, and then reach your arms forward. Press the floor away with your left leg, really energize it, and then slowly leaning backwards with your foot to land on the floor, come up into a high lunge. Maybe sinking a little bit lower and deeper into the stretch the second time around. On your exhale, lower the hands down, corkscrew that right arm down into the floor, and twist to your left. Again, trying not to come to the outer edge of your right foot. Exhale, lower the hands down, and then step it back, downward facing dog. Take your right foot lifted up, bring the knee to the chest, and step it between your hands. From here, hop that back foot in a bit and straighten out the front leg. Press the big toe mound of your right foot down into the floor as you cut your right hip back. Rebend the front knee, make your way into a wide-legged stance here with your toes pointed out. Come onto the tips of your fingers and pull yourself forward to make your spine parallel and long. On your exhale, forward fold, and then walk your hands back in line with your legs. Let your head go. On each exhale, feeling your belly softening to let your spine lengthen to the floor. And then slowly come back up into a flat back. Heel toe your feet in and sit in a wide-legged low squat. Press your hands into each other and make your spine really long and tall. Send your gaze slightly upward, more with your eyes than with your head. Placing your hands down onto the floor, lift your hips up, heel toe your feet nice and wide again, and then make your way forward to the front of your mat. Press your right leg back, staying here in downward facing dog again. Take your left leg and lift it up. Bring the knee to the chest and step it between your hands. Now we're gonna go the other direction. So straighten your front leg, press your left toe mound down into the floor. The back knee can slightly bend. And then slowly start to walk to the right side, bringing your feet nice and wide. Again, we come into a flat back. On your exhale, fold. Let your hands come down in line with your feet. Let your head go. Let your upper back broaden so that your head and neck can release from that point. And shift your weight slightly forward into the fronts of your feet. And each exhale, letting the belly soften. On your next inhale, come back up into a flat back. And then heel toe the feet in again. Sitting all the way down. Press your hands into each other and push your knees apart. Make your spine really long and your gaze up with your eyes. Press your hands down into the floor. Lift your hips up and heel toe your feet nice and wide. And then pivot your feet to the front of the mat. Press back, downward facing dog. Come forward into a plank. And then just by bending your elbows and keeping them really close to the sides of your ribs, I want you to lower yourself down. And as you're doing it, I want you to think like you're almost peeking over a side of a cliff. So you're gonna shift your weight slightly forward, firm your belly in, and then slowly bend your elbows to make your way all the way down. Just shake your hips side to side. Bring your arms out into goalposts with your elbows facing up, and your hands can either be tented or flat on the floor. And then starting at the top of your head, start to lift that point up, then your forehead, then your neck, then the collarbones roll up. You're pressing into the floor now. And you're squeezing your butt, coming all the way up. So your legs and your pelvis are fully anchored into the floor as your back extends. And then when you come down, you're gonna slowly roll down. So letting the belly button touch, then the tip of your sternum, your ribs, your chest, and then the nose and the forehead, releasing, shaking your hips. And again, lifting the elbows up, positioning your hands any way you'd like, starting at the crown of your head, start to lift it up, lift your forehead, chin, collarbones, chest, belly button, and you're stopping at your pubic bone. You're squeezing your butt to protect your lower back, and you're pressing the floor away from you, keeping the shoulders away from your ears. On your exhale, again, lowering down. Keep squeezing the butt, and then exhale, lower. One more time, inhale, press up. Exhale, lower. Shake your hips. Shake your head. Then come up onto all fours. Sit back in a child's pose for a moment. And then come up onto all fours, and then you can either take a cross-legged seat or just sit back onto your heels. to end and seal the practice, take one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Close your eyes. Release your elbows down to your sides. And again, just pay attention to your breath. Excuse me. Releasing any tension in your jaw, in your face. Noticing the different sensation in your body, or the different energy in your body after doing a little bit of movement on your mat. Noticing the amount of thoughts that might be racing around now versus before. Maybe noticing the temperature of your body. Just taking that all in. Feeling this moment of stillness and peace. And hopefully carrying it off of the mat through the rest of your day. Take your hands together at the center of your chest. Keeping your chest lifted, bow your head down towards your body. Start to flutter your eyes open, looking at something on the floor, and gently lift your gaze up. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me, and see you tomorrow. Bye.